This is my topic is how to choose the proper tool for uniportal and biportal. At present, the endoscopic spine surgery has undergone a significantly advancement. So all we can do like a simple discectomy and can progress to do like a complicated fusion for both uniportal and biportal surgery. Now, several studies include the paper from the previous speaker that showed that there are no clinical and radiographic difference between these two techniques, include the VAS, back pain, leg pain, also the radiographic parameter. Both of these parameters are usually comparable in both groups. That means both technique is good. So maybe it allows the surgeon to use the right tool for them. You can choose the tool that's suitable for your hospital and for your patient. For me, I prefer to do uniportal in a simple disc herniation, single level stenosis case, and I prefer to use the biportal for like a stenosis case, a multiple level and more complex case. With a discectomy, simple discectomy case, I think uniportal is quite the best technique because we go through the bone, we not cut any bone and remove the disc. It looks like a sniper to remove the target point. I think this is the least invasive technique. But for the decompression, I usually prefer to do biportal because I think biportal provide more wide working space. You can see this. We can see the both sides. You can see the axilla, the shoulder of the left and right root in the same view. You don't have to move any scope. And actually, you can choose angle G cells to make decompression more easier and faster. So I think this is good for the multiple level decompression. Another aspect is ergonomic. If I do the uniportal for the multiple level, sometimes it can lead to my shoulder pain. But contrast, if I do the biportal in multiple levels, it's quite more comfort. In aspect of the interbody fusion, I use both technique. With a simple T-leaf case, I think the uniportal is quite fast. I drill the facet joint into the disc, put the camera in, use the reamer. I put the case glider and then put the case under the case glider. This is quite fast technique because we do everything under the C-arm. So in case of a simple case, I usually choose uniportal, but the limitation is you have to put the case under the case glider. That means you cannot put the large case. But in biportal, the benefit is you can see the nerve root both sides, and you can put a more large case than the uniportal. This is some of the special technique for biportal. It's called XT-lift. That's proposed from the Korean surgeon. This is my example case. This is a L345 lithosis. This case, I need to put a large case to restore the alignment. So I use the XT-lift technique. I do like decompression first and remove the disc that compress the exiting root. And I can put a small olive case inside the cabin triangle. You can use like a 35 or 40 small olive case instead of a T-leaf case to restore the alignment. This is the benefits of the biportal. You can put a large case more than the uniportal, but it takes more time. For the posterior cervical discectomy, I think if you do cervical decompression alone, I think it's not different. Whether you use a uni and biportal, but if you do the discectomy, you have to work in this small triangle that's covered by the epidural vein. That means you have to work in a very small area, small bloody area. So I think the biportal give me more freedom of the working movement that provide multiple angle of my instruments. This is my example case. The patient has a large disc herniation from the placental and foramen occlude both axilla and shoulder. So I think with biportal technique, you can work quite freedom in the very small triangle like the axilla and the shoulder of the exiting root. So in case of decompression, I think I prefer both technique, but for discectomy, I prefer to use a biportal approach. This is an MRI after surgery. Can show that I know free fragment or compressed nerve. So the last is talk about the posterior cervical fusion. This is one of the advantage of the biportal is that you can apply to do the short cervical fusion. You can put the lateral mass screw for fusion, and now I routinely use the biportal surgery for the C1-2 fusion. This is my example case. This is non-junient or C2 that can reduce by extension. I plan to do the biportal assist marker screw fixation. The benefit of this technique, you can direct observe the entry point and you can observe the VA entry if it occurs. Everything is I reduce under the C-arm first and check AP lateral. This is the entry point of the, I dock the portal at the C2 and then start to entry point at the C2 above the C2 facet joint a little bit and drill the bone and put the simple screw to fill the C1-2 joint. This is one of the benefits by portal. You can apply to do many things that routine surgery, but this can provide more low tissue damage. I can decorticate the lamina of C1-2 and put the iliac bone graft to fuse the bone like this. So in conclusion, I think for me, I prefer uniportal for simple disc herniation, synclural stenosis, and rocket listhesis. And I prefer to do biportal in multiple level stenosis and cervical discectomy and cervical fusion. Thank you very much.